Hello, headphone mixers. My name is Paul Third, and that gentleman across from me is an award-winning mixing engineer called Emrah Celik. He is a co-host of the MixPhones channel, and he has amassed over 3 billion streams to his name, with nearly 90% of those mixes being done on headphones, so a very credible source to have on every week. Now, many of you have been asking about pocket-sized DAC and amps. Obviously, there are a lot of really good options on the market, but what we thought we would do today was to share 3 DAC amps, little kind of smaller, kind of portable USB powered DAC amps that we have got and we have used and we have mixed and mastered on. So what we'll do is we'll start off at the lower budget, we'll work up to like a medium budget and then a little bit up the higher budget, and then if there's any additional recommendations, I'll give Emrah the floor and he can talk a little bit about some additional options. Now, what we'll do is we'll begin at the start of the budget. So I would say arguably one of the most affordable and best quality kind of portable, kind of pocket-sized DAC amps would be the Topping DX1, which you can pick up for as little as like 70, 80 quid, 100 quid. It's definitely under £100, $100. Emrah, it was you that got me on to the Topping DX1 first. So let's talk about the DX1, what it can do, what it can't do, and some kind of positives and negatives.
Yeah, it's definitely better than most of the audio interfaces, right? I have one here always on. It can work as a preamp as well, but it's not professional studio monitor thing. It has just RCA output. It's just portable, as we said. It's something that you take your MacBook and DAC amp and your headphone and go out or go somewhere to mix, or in a hotel room, on a vacation, in Hawaii, you name it. So you can go everywhere and continue the work. When it comes to price and performance ratio, I'm going based on this. One of the best is the X1. It's definitely better than MacBook. Built-in DAC and headphone jack. So you simply upgrade your system, and you don't have to carry audio interface, which usually they are bigger. The X1, you see, it's a palm size.
Yep.
It's not pocket size, maybe.
Well, it could fit in most coats if you've got a big enough coat.
Yeah. It's palm size, and it has a 6.3 millimeter and 3.5 millimeter inputs. It is current limited, as we know, but it can output power, it goes up to, I guess, 280 milliwatts.
Yes, indeed. I've actually got it on the Discord in that headphone amp level section. So I've got the power of the DX1. So it offers 45 milliwatts at 300 ohms. It offers 140 milliwatts at 64 ohms, 250 milliwatts at 32 ohms, and then down to 150 milliwatts at 16 ohms. So it's not the most powerful of amps, but basically it is better than a lot of audio interface headphone amps. As a percentage, I'd probably say it'll power maybe 80% of headphones. There is like a good chunk of like some planars that it'll struggle to power, like the Ananda Nanos, because it is kind of so current limited. But even if you think about it in terms of voltage, it is a decent amount of voltage in there. I'm pretty sure it's like 11 volts peak to peak with an RMS of, I think it's maybe close to 4 volts. But yeah, I think for the price, for under $100, I think for a portable DAC amp, USB powered, again, that's the biggest difference between the things that we'll mention today, is that they're all USB powered. Obviously, if you think about the Topping DX5 Mark II and the RME ADI, they all need to be, physically powered, into a socket. So again, that's something you need to put in consideration. So again, if you're mixing and you're on a train, or again, you don't have access to a power socket, then things like this are really, really important when it comes to USB powered DAC amps. So in terms of power, Emrah, what kind of headphones can you drive with the DX1, and what kind of headphones can't you drive with the DX1?
Yeah, I can drive mostly the low ohm dynamic drivers. because they tend to have a little higher sensitivity. For example, FT1 you have on your head is a good match. It can power VSX software activated. That's good. It can also power easily ARIA Organic.
Yeah, very easily, yeah.
And it can power Verum MK2, Verum 1. I mean, it drives any IEMs that I have so far. There's plenty of power for being a very cheap DAC amp. And you can get it from Shenzhen Audio, especially during these seasons, like 11/11 discount they have, or Chinese New Year. That depends on, I guess it's February, somewhere in February. At those weeks that you can grab them for $84 US, it's cheap. And you have a rock solid working system, USB powered. You don't need to carry any extra adapters to run them. It's driverless for Mac. You don't have to install anything, just plug into a Mac and it's going to run directly. But you have to install a small driver for Windows, but that's also rock solid. Never fails. And it supports ASIO and everything. It can be used in a DAW if you select that as a audio output. So that's a decent amp that I can recommend, and one of the most used amp in my setup.
So we've covered a budget DAC amp that we do recommend, that we have both used, that we both have. And, you know, for my personal use, yes, it'll power, for example, the Kiwi Ears Altruva. It powered ARIA Organics when I had the Organics. It won't power the Nanos because they are current limited, you know, Dan Clarks and stuff like that. It just doesn't have the juice to be able to power really hungrier kind of, you know, 16 ohm kind of headphones. But yeah, for the price, I think the power that it offers is very good. The distortion measurements are very good as well, so it does so, you know, relatively linearly as well. And the frequency response of the DAC is linear as well. So again, there's no surprises. So if we move up the budget, we have got two portable DAC amps. One, as you know what we'll do, Emrah, we'll talk about the one that we were using prior to what we are going to class as the best-in-class portable pocket DAC amp. We'll get to that at the very end. Now, the one that we were using for, you know, the longest time, me especially, is a little bit more expensive. It is the Chord Mojo 2. Now, yep, there it is there. Now, the Mojo 2 is definitely pocket-sized, as you can see. Got two 3.5mm connectors, and it's also got digital inputs as well, so you can actually go coax in there as well. So you can go coaxial SPDIF as well as USB. Now, there are quite a lot of upsides and a lot of downsides for me. Now, the downsides come really from like the usability point of view. Emrah, I'll kind of leave the floor to you first. What are your opinions on the Mojo 2 compared to, say, something like the DX1?
Yeah, it's the connections. It's the power connections. It's battery powered, by the way.
Yep.
So it has battery power that lasts for like 8 hours if you could use continuously. And it has desktop mode, which you can plug something like that and continuously run it. It will continue to charge the device as well. The downsides are that there is no 6.3 millimeters. As you can see, it's 3.5 for both. And there's no balanced output as well. Plus, USB is very, very outdated. You can connect it to USB 3 here, as you can see on my finger. To the computer. So for being portable is great, and it has one of the best oversampling
DACs,
filters.
It does. Like it's properly brick wall. It's like stops like dead. It's crazy.
Plus, as you can see, it has some sort of very hard to use menu. You have to remember the colors to understand. It sounds fucking awesome. It has crossfeed, one of the best crossfeed we have ever heard.
Yep, correct.
And it has some sort of EQ on them. I think it uses FPGA chip.
Yeah, it does.
For all those DSP. So there is no latency. It's all happens in the device itself.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly check Audio Science Review right now. So again, I'll have this on the screen as well. So as we can see, DAC is linear. Again, the distortion, again, low enough. Again, it is on par with the topping DX3 Pro Plus, again, which is very, very good. But the most important thing we are going to be looking at is the power. So at 300 ohms, we have it coming in at 70 milliwatts at 300 ohm, which is around 20 odd milliwatts more than the topping DX1. Again, very low noise and distortion. And at 33 ohms, Emrah measures 400 milliwatts at 33 ohms. So again, it's got more power than the DX1 with very low noise and distortion. But again, it still lacks, it's current limited again with being battery powered. So again, there still are headphones that it will struggle with. With the Nanos, absolutely fine. It's got enough current in there. But what I found with the Dan Clark Noir X's, 16 ohm, you need around, it's like 280 milliwatt. It is a pretty hungry headphone, to say the least. And the Mojo 2 has obviously the voltage for it, but it runs out of current, where the Noir X sounds very, very thin. And it was only until I moved up to the next DAC amp that we'll talk about very soon, where I was like, oh wow, the Chord Mojo 2 is definitely current limited. But if I was to say that the DX1 would power 80% of headphones, I'd say the Mojo 2 will power around 90% of headphones. There's just the really hungry headphones that I'll struggle with. But again, that's going to happen because it's single-ended. So again, there is no balanced output. But I would say for a battery-powered DAC amp, I think it's crazy that you can get 400 milliwatts at 33 ohm and 70 milliwatts at 300 ohm as well. So again, it's got a decent amount of voltage as well. So if you're high impedance headphones, you're not really going to struggle. Are you really, Emrah? It's got ample voltage in there to power really any kind of high ohm headphone that you can kind of think.
But it's built like a tank, right?
Yeah, it's honestly, the build quality is great.
Kill someone with this.
Yeah, I've dropped it a few times and honestly, it's absolutely fine. But I agree with Emrah. Yeah, I'd say that for me, workflow-wise is where it kind of comes a little bit of an issue. The menu system is annoying because over time, it's amazing how you kind of remember what colours are which. But yeah, it's quite annoying to filter through everything. So the good thing is that when you're filtering through them, it's like a time where then it goes back to its original kind of default setting. But yeah, it's pretty annoying if you want to switch crossfade on and off. You're like, which one is that? It's blue. And then even for the volumes, again, all the volumes are colour kind of coded, so then it's not as easy as going, right, what dB is that? It's like, what colour is that? Yeah, it's just a little bit of a faff to set things, but once it's set and forget, which is normally going to be the case for many people, right? If you maybe only got one pair of headphones and you're using them portably, you're going to have it set and forget anyway. But yeah, I agree with Emrah in terms of the power issue. It is quite annoying it being battery powered and you're having to charge it all the time. Because the amount of times I've been in sessions with the Mojo 2 and it's cut out, because there's days where I'll use it because I say it's 8 hours battery life or whatever. So I'll be using it one day, the next day, and then on the third day I'll completely forget, dies, and then I've got to charge it, which is quite frustrating, especially if you've got to work and you've got a deadline to do. So yeah, I think the battery powered side of it is a little bit disappointing. It's disappointing that it can only be charged via the mini USB. It would be great if, the DX1, where again you can just plug in the USB at the computer and that would charge the battery as well. Pretty sure a lot of this was to do with, there's another thing that the Chord has where it's like a streamer, and it's a streamer that goes with it, so you could stream music. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's a full system. But in regards to a battery powered DAC amp, many people may find it maybe a little bit expensive, but honestly, it works great. It's never let me down, ever. Okay, when the battery dies, that's me not charging it, keeping it going. But I think the quality of it's very good. Distortion is very low again, as long as you're giving it you're not giving it a headphone that's stressing it out. Current-wise, the crossfeed is something that's quite interesting, where for me it gives you that kind of bass boost that crossfeed is kind of meant to give you. Crossfeed should, in theory, actually give you a bass boost, and I do hear an elevated bass when I use the Chord Mojo crossfeed, and it's got 3 different settings, and normally I just have it on the middle one. I think it's green, and that just does the job. But it is great to have crossfeed on a DAC amp, because if you're using a headphone like an ATH R70XA or something like that, or again the Fiio FT7, then yeah, you need crossfeed. So it's great to have that on board. It's very high quality, but just be careful about your bass boost because the crossfeed will impact your bass boost. So yeah, something to keep in mind. But yeah, so we've got the Chord Mojo 2, and that brings us to... Actually, sorry, Emrah, was there anything else you wanted to mention about the Mojo 2?
It's made in United Kingdom. If there are some people who are allergic to Chinese products. I don't know why, but it's made in UK. And I'm waiting for Mojo 3 with screen here that I can see everything, and everything is USB-C powered, and I don't have to carry extra cable for that. So that will be an end game with more power. Absolutely. Sound is incredible, yeah.
Now, by the way, there isn't a Mojo 3 on the cards as far as I'm aware, just because everybody will jump on that train. But yeah, it would be good if there was a Mojo 3 on the way. Exactly what you described, Emrah. That would be a chef kiss. Right, so the Chord Mojo 2 was my main portable DAC amp for the longest time. But I've now switched to an even smaller pocket-sized DAC amp. Now, this is properly pocket-sized. This... Look at the size of it. It's the Fiio QX13. Me and Emrah are quite besotted with this little DAC amp because it's fucking incredible. Like, this is the most powerful DAC amp that I've seen on the market so far. It's well priced as well. Some people may balk at the price, but for the power that it achieves and the options that it has, it's just absolutely crazy. Emrah, Fiio QX13, floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm using it right now and talking to you because I have to say that this is my end game pocket size DAC amp because it has a beautiful screen, unlike Chord Mojo 2. It has incredible sound, very good DAC performance. It has built-in EQ. It has desktop mode, and you can even see how much power you are currently, and entire chain with headphones that using. Plus, there are some themes, you can change the colors and stuff like that. It has almost everything I can ask for from a pocket size. It's more than enough. And the good thing is it can produce 900 milliwatts balanced.
Crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Nearly a watt.
It is, it's made from carbon fiber. It's now right in the protection case because I love it. And let's talk about the power. I don't know how they put such a huge amount of power inside this little unit. It can drive almost everything I have in my studio. Every headphone with balanced cable, even my Cosmo, which was shutting down almost everything, and it got them to a decent level. The EQ is going to save in the device, and you don't have to worry about that. And you can just select different profiles and stuff like that if you are using multiple headphones. And it has 3.5, as you can see that I'm connected right now, and 4.4 balanced. What do you think?
I love
do you
it,
think
man.
it's an end game for you too?
Right now, man, it is. I just love it. I love the size of it. I love even like the cable. I love it's just like really well built and sturdy. The menu system's great because, as Emrah said, basically you can store EQs on this. So I think it's like 7 or 8 like EQs you can store on this, and you just press the play button, and then you use the minus or plus to scroll through the menus. So you can change everything on this. You can change the filter type. You can change the gain scale, you can change the theme, you can change from high gain to low gain, and you can also change your custom EQs as well. So basically how you do it is you go to the Fiio Control website and you connect this to your computer via USB-C cable, and you press connect, and then it will try and find it. You find it, you click on it, and then from there, you adjust your EQs, and it's fully parametric as well. And there's I think it's 10 bands. It's fully parametric. And what you do is you just press store, and I'll say where to store it. Store it on the device, and you can select user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's really easy to switch. And what I have been doing is with the Dan Clark No RX, I've basically got this set to max. So it's a No RX is very power hungry headphone. I've got this set to max, so max amp gain. Then what I'm doing is I'm using the EQ gain to control the output gain of everything, and that's been working really well. So yes, there is a limit to this, obviously, but most 32 ohm headphones, you're going to struggle to find headphones that this isn't going to power. When you get to the really hungry headphones, something like Headphones 2, or something like the 86 SE version 2, Heifmanns's Vara, really current hungry headphones, it'll struggle. But I'd say 95%, man. You're 96, 97. Nanos, it's a breeze. Don't even worry about it. I remember when you tried the Nanos with the QX13, you were like, bro, the punch of this, man, this little tiny little DAC amp is just like boom, 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 boom. Perfect match. It's got the current delivery, it's got the voltage delivery, and the honestly, the workflow of it is just immense. Going from the Mojo 2 to this, it's like being in the 70s and then going to it's like Back in the Future. It's like, oh my God, I'm in the future with this now. You know what I mean?
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, so I love it. I love how easy it is to use. Again, you can connect it to your phone and it's really easy because, again, look, you just connect this. And even the cable's great as well. Again, it's nice and sturdy. And look, it's not popping out, right? It's honestly really well built. On the side of it, which we should mention, like up here.
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Okay, Emrah, the floor's yours.
The other good things as well, as you can see from the one side, there's a desktop mode, which makes the power twice as powerful. More power. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get out to maximum power.
Yeah.
And there's also another USB-C power input, which you can, as I said, connect something like this, a charger with USB-C, and that will, this is made for, just don't get me wrong, this is all USB-C powered. Yeah. So you don't need two extra power to get 900 milliwatts out of balanced output. But this is for just to save battery if you connect it to a phone. You can use this power input, and if you carry some extra power blocks or something like that. So this will prevent this device taking a lot of battery power from your device. It is just there for convenience to save battery on your mobile phone, but I don't use them with mobile.
Yeah, same.
So you don't need to connect any power to get 900 milliwatts out of this. And these two buttons is for that, but just activate the desktop mode and you have plenty of power. I guess it's when you switch to desktop mode, it activates all 6 amps inside it.
Yeah.
I guess op amps, right?
Yeah, op amps.
If it's op amps. Barely you're gonna need any bigger size desktop amp if you have these. But by the way, these will make VSX planners, new VSX immerse ones, sing. Yep. Because Steven has been testing these and he is like, oh my God, this is incredible. So at the end, you have a great stuff that I keep using it all the time with my IEMs, with my planners, with my VSX and everything. It just drives perfectly. Yeah. And by the way, single-ended version, when you use single-ended, it's just slightly more powerful than the X1. It's not as powerful as Mojo 2 if you need single-ended power. But the moment you connect the balanced cable, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think power-wise. I think power-wise, what's really great is that you will see a bit of a difference at 32 ohm with balanced and desktop mode. But if you're in like here, right? So if you want to flip to desktop mode, you just flick it up and we're in desktop mode, right? But what's really good is that single-ended at 16 ohm, it's not that far off balanced. So there's quite a big difference balanced at 32 ohm. But again, it is still current limited. But with it being current limited, it means that I think balanced is like 480 milliwatts at 16 ohm, and I think single-ended is like 420. So still, even single-ended, 420 milliwatts single-ended at 16 ohm with this little thing is crazy. And there's one thing that I'll show you that actually comes in the package, and I did do it in case I ever want to use it with my phone, and I have used it a few times, but not often, is it comes with this little magnetic thing. So I've got it on the back of my phone, right? So if you really want to, you just do that. Okay? And then from there, as you can see, you just connect that into your phone, which is dead. My phone is dead right now. But as you can see, if you want to have it connected, then again, you can just have it like that, and it's really easy. And look, it's not moving. And that comes with the package, which is crazy. So, yeah, I think price-wise, I think it's very competitive price-wise. I think for the power and, just the portability of it, I can't see it past it. Honestly, I have become besotted with this little thing. Even the fact that it does come with this case that I love. I love this little case. Actually, I'm at the point where I'm like, can I even take take it out? Oh, no, wait, hold on. Oh, no, wait, can I do it? So, as you can see, this is it. I just got my finger, my fingerprint smudged on it. But look at the fucking size of it. It's absolutely tiny. But yeah, it works really great. You just go like that. Pop it in. Look at that.
Yeah.
No issues. Look, no issues.
Look at the size.
Look at the size of it, man. It's crazy.
And I have to say, this is definitely the product of the year when it
100%.
comes to, portable or pocket size.
Yeah, it fits the bill. It fits the bill everywhere. It fits the bill for portability, for usability, power as well. The fact that I could do Dan Clark No RX with a bass boost, with the bass boost as well. Crazy, man. Just crazy. I think many people that have got the Mojo 2, this will catch their eye. I mean, if you've got the Mojo 2, honestly, consider it. The DAC's great as well. It's just a really great unit. So, there are some other... are there any additional ones, Emrah, that we've maybe missed? I know Critical has a new DAC amp that's small like this, and it's trying to be the main competitor for this, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't tested yet. There are Hidit's S9 Pro Marta or something like that. That was a decent one. Moondrop has some stuff. It's not pocket size, but it's portable size. Topping just released M62.
I've seen that.
We have to check that too. It's like 500 milliwatts on single-ended. So there are some stuff that's coming out, but for 2025, this is the product of the year.
I would say so.
For pocket size. I mean, I don't need to change anything with these or replace with these. If the only issue is that I just want to power my headphones and in my pocket, and carry around. It's just like lightweight. I don't know how they did this.
Yeah, no, I don't know how they do it either. It's crazy, man.
Just crazy.
Yeah. So if you've got any additional recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And as a disclaimer, none of these have been sponsored. So again, we've not been paid to review any of these. So again, none of this is sponsored. We actually have used these DAC amps that we've talked about, and we've actually mixed and mastered with them as well. So what we are giving you is first-hand experience. So yeah, feel free to leave your comments down below of anything else that you think might be a good alternative option for a portable DAC amp. But those three are our main advisable ones, catering for different budgets. So there you have it. Emrah, thanks again for your time. As always, my name's Paul Third, Emrah Celik, and we'll see you again on MixPhones.